everyone, thanks for stopping by. I'm Kara Elizabeth, a 3-5 emotional manifestor, here to provide you with your weekly energetic weather report via human design, a system that combines aspects of astrology, the I Ching, the chakra system, and the Kabbalistic tree of life. Now, every human design journey begins with looking up your unique human design chart, and you can do that at www.myhumandesign.com. Transits are the specific energies that are present in the universe at any given moment. I go over the sun and earth, the sun being our main experience and the earth being how we're grounding in it. And each transit tends to hang around for about 6 days. Now, my goal is to provide you with a general cosmic heads up on how you can expect to feel, what you can expect to experience, and how to best navigate your week. So if you're ready to go, let's get started. All right, everybody. So it is that time of the week again. The transits have officially shifted, and we are going to see a change of pace this week. You should have felt a little bit lighter. You may have even felt like the energy just lift up a bit because this transit, when we shifted out of it, I believe it was late last night, we shifted from transiting the root center to transiting the throat and head centers. So this is going to feel, or should feel, quite a bit different than what we've been experiencing lately, because we had been transiting that root center for quite some time. I believe it was, I think it was like a whole month actually, or maybe 3 weeks, but still long enough, right? to be transiting that pressure center and to be so focused on that these last few weeks. So nice little change of pace. I know I definitely felt it. I definitely felt like a relief in my body, but I've been feeling, I don't know, I've had like a very interesting experience today. So I haven't looked at this yet, so I'm going to be looking into it and figuring out this knowledge at the same time you guys are. So let's just go ahead and dive right on in. So this week the sun is going to be transiting gate 62. This is one that's coming out of the throat center, so it's about communication, and it's also about knowledge. So Jenna Zoe calls this gift of 62 the gift of eclectic knowledge. So she says, you are the person, which is going to be not just you, it's going to be all of humanity for the next 6 days. You are the person among your friendship group who knows and remembers random facts about so many niche and diverse things. At the heart of this gift, there are things in this world that make all the sense in the world to you, where to everyone else, they just don't. And usually when something is random, unusual, or doesn't fit into the way most of us like to see the world, we reject it. And these are the very things that you absolutely adore and just get. So this gift is focused on your natural grasp of things rather than taught knowledge. But make no mistake, you are highly intelligent, just in a way that is more progressive than our current status quo. So if this seems useless to you, just know that it's not. And when you can allow yourself to absorb things that interest you, you're going to see that they always come in handy later down the line in some fashion. You just can't see how yet. But don't let that ever make you feel like this is not an unbelievable gift. Okay, and before I move any further into this, all of my 90s queens that may be listening to this, okay, so you guys remember the movie Spice World. I mean, I was a huge Spice Girls fan growing up, and Spice World was one of my favorite, all-time favorite movies back then. And I don't know if you guys remember, but Posh Spice, so Victoria, which is like Victoria Beckham now, there's like parts of the movie where she starts talking, like she knows like random facts about manta rays, I think, or is it stingrays? I think it's like manta rays, where she just has like all of this like seemingly useless knowledge on manta rays. And so she can just like spout it off at any given moment, like all of this like insane knowledge on the subject that like seemingly nobody really gives a shit about. That's like the image I get in my head of this gate, where it's like you just may be fascinated by like the most odd things and just dive into like researching them or like gaining all of the knowledge that you can about a subject that seemingly nobody cares about. But like this says, like it is knowledge that's not useless, because at some point or another it's going to come in handy. So just like in the movie Spice World, Posh Spice, I'm sure, just not in the movie, but I'm sure somewhere along the line her knowledge of manta rays must have like come in super handy for her. Okay, so anyways, I'm like telling my age, right? Oh well, who cares? So let's move forward. How can we make the most out of this gift that we've been given this week through this energy? And there's a few things here that Jenna talks about. And the first one is owning your heart's knowledge. So tell from the heart rather than actual facts. Reminder, you are not here to be a human textbook. You are here to share what you do know, what makes sense to you in your heart, and not worry about what you don't know. Don't doubt Don't doubt the truths that you have faith in deep in your bones, even when the world hasn't caught up to them yet. So this is just like, also, I'm getting the vibes that even though this is like a throat gate, like this is also it seems super intuitive to me. That it's like, some things you feel like like you just know. And there's really no explaining how you just know. So now, moving on. The next thing is making facts exciting by bringing them to life. So your gift is in making the facts that you do know exciting. Words are magic, and you have a unique way of expressing things. Use it to your advantage. You always shine and are most impactful when you tell people in an animated, impassioned way, rather than just reciting the dry explanation. So hopefully my tone is what word is animated and impassioned for you, so that you actually want to listen to me. All right, so think of the words as tools that help you do your real work, which is to get across a feeling or a heart-based grasp rather than just telling the facts themselves. That's what you are here to do, and what people will appreciate you for the most. So let your enthusiasm shine through unabashedly. When you see it as a strength, you're going to make it more likely for others to interpret it as a strength too. Whereas when we're still doubting it, it creates more room for others to judge, doubt, and dismiss it. Give it the full spotlight. Give it the full spotlight it deserves. Okay? Allow yourself to have that. You deserve it. And also, I'm sure you're able to hear my little Chihuahua Taco in the background. And now you're about to hear a train. This is insane, you guys. He hasn't barked all night. Haven't heard a train come through all night. And of course, when I sit down to record this, everybody just seems to be so animated and impassioned this evening, especially my dog. All right. I think the train has one more blow and then we'll continue. I'm taking this as a sign. Okay. Last but certainly not least, and maybe this is the most important one, since we had all of that hoopla going on in the background. Don't ever question your interest in things. They're not random, they are divine. Okay, I feel like this is the most important. So listen up. The universe made you interested in those things for a purpose, and the things that are right for you to share are the ones that you find relevant, not the things you're sharing because everyone else is and expects you to do the same. Maybe that expectation to conform comes from you putting that pressure on yourself too, based off of what you see other people in your industry or on social media talking about. You will always be your most magnetic when you go against the grain and write that fictional story about aliens, create the Japanese manga stickers, or talk about whatever floats your boat in that interview rather than saying rather than saying the stock phrases that everyone else says. No matter how enlightened or progressive those stock phrases may sound, let yourself go left of center, okay? Now, where can we struggle in this energy this week? And that is by focusing on anything to avoid focusing on the things that your soul wants you to. So people with this gift sometimes use their ability to absorb, and they end up getting lost in so many details as a distraction tactic to delay being in their greatness. It's funny how we can do that, huh? Getting lost in the details of unhelpful things can become an unconscious way of procrastinating from being in your greatness, or sometimes conscious. When you catch yourself getting lost in fixating and analyzing things that don't really matter to you, you will free up more energy to communicate from the heart. Now, that's that. Let's move on to where the Earth is transiting this week. And this one's coming out of the head center. I have this one defined in my chart, so I've got a lot of experience here. And this is a very fun gate, especially if it's not your normal experience. Buckle up. Because shit's about to get weird, but just know that it's totally normal and you're fine, okay? So we're going to be grounding here this week, and it's the gift 61, the gift of inner knowing. So Jenna says that you are a curious person. So we're all going to get real curious for the next 6 days. Who's always looking for answers and for truth. This need to know drives you to uncover deeper and deeper layers of understanding about things that interest you. So can you see how these are going to relate to each other and how supported we are in both of these transits right now? Oh, you guys. Okay. Sometimes you'll use these understandings to further other people's understandings too. But also, your new levels of understanding will always bleed into everything that you do because you'll be doing them with a different level of consciousness. So, it's affecting other people either way, whether directly or indirectly. So, it's a win-win. When you get an inner knowing about something, it's going to be clear and very hard to miss. Like a download or a lightning bolt that you feel that hits you through to your core. When you see or feel something true, you know it in your bones. So the gift 61 is about this special inner radar for truth. You can sniff it from a mile away. And it's not about having all the facts. It happens when you quiet all of the outside noise and tune into what you feel is the truth. So even though these gates are not coming out of the emotional center, you're going to have to feel your way through these, and this is going to be an inside job. Nobody can really tell you what is true for you and what isn't. Only you know that. So just trust that in perfect timing this week, you're going to know the truth and you're going to have clarity and answers for whatever it is that you experience. Of course, that's going to be different for everyone. So as you grow, you're going to see that truth reveals itself to you on the inside, not the outside world of facts and information. So like I said, I'm going to say it again, this is going to be a very inside type of job this week. These are going to be like, this is the week to go within, okay? To quiet everything going on around you and go within to figure out your truth and your inner knowing, okay? And what resonates with you and what doesn't. Because I know we're human. It's very easy to get caught up in what's trending and what people are talking about. And, it's social media land. It's so easy to get caught up in all the scrolling and just all of the information that's out there. Trust yourself, okay? All right. So, the irony with this inner knowing is that when you stop this constant searching, everything you want and need to know comes flooding into you. And the thing about truth with a capital T is that it's not fixed. So as we evolve, the truth evolves also. So stay open to new levels of truths and knowings that can keep revealing themselves to you deeper and deeper if you allow them to right now. So how can we make the most out of this energy? And that is by not trying to justify our truth and inner knowing to others. So just because you can't prove or justify something, it doesn't make it any less valid. Resist the urge to prove truths based on the outside world standards and stick strong to what the inner radar says. So sometimes you won't be able to explain it, and that's okay. What matters is that you trust you. Your inner knowing is a direct connection to the divine, which is a precious asset that has higher levels of intelligence that science only wishes that it could access. Now, where can we struggle here? And there's a couple of different things that we're going to talk about. So the first is distracting ourselves. And I believe we talked about that with Gate 62. So be careful that you're not just doing things to distract yourself from going within this week. So, first thing where we can block ourselves here, distraction. Looking for answers on the outside is good when the information serves you and your purpose. It's not so good when the outside searching is a compulsion or a distraction that prevents you from looking inside for what that radar says. So ask yourself, this is a good one. Pay attention here, bookmark it. Ask yourself, is this knowledge that feeds me, or is it knowledge that I'm needing to feel secure, smart, or worthy? Okay, remember that. Ask yourself that question at any point that you need to this week. Next, what else can block us? That is by needing a final answer as a resting place. So don't blindly subscribe to a system that claims to have all the answers, whether that's a religion, a spiritual system, or a science. This is wrong because your knowing is meant to constantly renew and evolve as your mind expands. So hanging your hat on a final answer for anything will always hold you back. And in today's world, having the final answer can feel like a safety blanket because knowing makes us feel like we have control. But the real safety is letting life guide you to a higher perspective at every turn when your consciousness is ready for its next upgrade. And the more you allow that to happen, the safer you're going to feel in the truth that the universe, the unseen forces, are always at play for good in your life. All right, folks, and that is transit for this week. Leave me a comment and let me know how you are feeling right now, how you experience this energy, what is coming up for you. I would love, 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 love to hear all of your comments and to be in the know about that. I love hearing everyone's different perspectives and also just their own unique experiences with the energy. It's always just so fascinating to me. So there's that. Also, if you want more from me, you want to go deeper with me, there's tons of things in the details